Okay, I think we're live. Welcome to another KPC Live. Glad to see you guys again. This week I was a little bit busy, so wasn't able to do another live stream at Tuesday as on the regular schedule. But here I am today on a Saturday night, spending it with you guys, and my face just turned yellow. I don't know what's going on with my webcam right now, but it's just gonna like blink. Yeah. But anyways, before we go in, just to let you guys know, for the people who are watching afterwards, not live, but watching the VOD, the recorded version, I will be doing a little mukbang for approximately like 10 to 15 minutes, and then I'll hop into the actual news and the K-related news. Yeah, Korea-related news. Today I'm going to talk about, I'm going to review the movie EXHUMA. It's called Pamyo in Korean. I recently watched it and it left a very big impact on me, so I just wanted to share my thoughts. Also, we're going to be talking about the viral song BIBI's BamYangGang. If you haven't heard it yet, go check it out during this live stream or watching it before watching it. I've actually bought the real thing here, so we're going to be trying it out together. And this webcam is just like flickering like crazy. I don't know why. Like, the colors are just... I'm turning into Homer Simpson here. Like, I don't know what the problem is, but it seems to be like, you know, looking back and forth from yellow to red or whatever. So if I look yellow, please, you know, bear with it for a while. There I am. Okay, yeah, the camera is showing different colors for hands and face. I know. Hello, Ned. Thank you for joining. Tunisia, welcome. Good morning, David, Arnie. Welcome, everybody. And yes, before we start, I didn't have dinner, so I'm just gonna have this little hamburger over here. It's from Loteria, or my closest fast food place. I love fast food, by the way. So I'm just gonna be talking with you for like the first 15 minutes. And yeah, we'll talk about the topics and the news together. So now I'm green. I know. I don't know what's wrong with this stupid webcam. Yeah, honestly, maybe it's a connection problem. I could maybe try to like touch the USB or something, but I don't know whether it's gonna actually help or not. I'm not seeing any improvements. So you'll just have to cope with my yellow greenish face. Hello, Navneet. Hi, thank you for being a member. So yeah, I just have my burger. I'm gonna try to finish it within 10 minutes. Talk with you guys. Maybe share some updates on what has been going on with my life, or you guys can ask your questions and have a friendly talk. Today Anna is not here because she was busy with her Hong Kong vlog. Yeah. So she had to finish her Hong Kong vlog, and we were supposed to do a live stream like yesterday or something, but that didn't happen because of that schedule. But no worries, we'll still do the regular live streams every Tuesday or on a different date. Yeah, whatever works for us. But I feel like there might be some happy people today because the time zone right now is not as usual. So I normally do streams on 10 a.m. KST, but right now it's almost 10 p.m. KST, which I can see is affecting the concurrent viewers, but I like to give opportunities for all my audience to catch these live streams. So even if there's less people, it's okay. So folks, if you're watching this right now, it's your chance to actually get to ask questions, interact, and have a higher chance of getting replied to. So shoot your questions away, please. I'm imagining people from Asia or Europe right now would be watching more than usual because I normally live stream with like a optimal schedule for US time, but yeah, so So, anyways, this is the burger I'm eating. It's like a normal bulgogi cheeseburger. So, mmm, mmm. Maria from Germany, welcome, welcome. Perfect time for you. She had her premiere for that vlog yesterday. I haven't checked it out yet, but yeah, it seemed like she had a good time watching her Instagram stories. Good timing for the UK. Hello from Colorado. Wow, it must be very early there. Europe is very pleased today. Yes, show some European love, please. Will I be expecting some euros or pounds today instead of USD? This time is also closer to when K-pop idols live stream in general. I would imagine because why is this part so red here? That's weird. I think it's the camera where something's going on with my face. But anyways, oh wow. Now I can't get my side out of it, but is it an allergic effect to the hamburger? That's very weird. What's happening to my face? But I guess K-pop Idol streamed at this time because all the official schedules end, like the broadcasting and the the dance practices, and it's like their break time, but also using it as like live streaming time. What a life. French love coming your way. Thank you. Yeah, I do need to repair this camera, but I'll be flickering back and forth with from green to yellow to red. Yeah. Oh, yes, actually, there's some big news in regards to dating. And Dean in the chat mentioned it. So, yeah, let's talk about that too. I'd rather talk about this topic with Anna, but we can talk about it slightly today. Are there raw potatoes in Korea? Yeah, they can be bought at supermarkets, for sure. This is actually good. How long does it take you guys to eat a whole hamburger, a fast food meal? For me, like only 10 minutes. And people usually say I'm a fast eater. I don't know about you guys. It's 12:41 in the UK and you just woke up? Oh. I guess like my normal live stream viewer base is all asleep right now. Going to Korea in 2 weeks. Is the cherry blossom out in Seoul? No, not yet. But it's gonna come fast because of global warming and the strange temperature changes. So in 2 weeks you might be lucky and you might be able to catch the cherry blossoms. I don't know though. It depends on how long you stay. You might not even be able to see them. Like cherry blossoms, if you don't like permanently live here or long term, live here for long term, it's a very hard thing to catch. Also for cherry blossoms, I would go to Japan. Korea is beautiful too, but cherry blossoms are literally Japan's national flower, so. I have to fact check on this, but I'm pretty sure a lot of cherry blossoms that were planted in Korea, they were from Japan. A lot of them. I think that's what I heard from my grandma or something. At the end, China, Korea, Japan, everything just like intersects. You had a great burger at Bass Burger. Bass Burger is actually good. I haven't had it in a while. But it's a really good handmade burger. Australia, hello. 7:45 in Tennessee. God dang, you're early. You're going to Jeju and Busan, so it's going to be warmer over there, so you might have a higher chance of seeing them. 2 weeks, okay. I think that's a big enough window to maybe see the cherry blossoms. Yeah. Hello from South Carolina. Our regular M in the chat. Welcome, welcome. Guess everybody's just like barely waking up now in the US. Oh gosh, this mukbang might go on more than 15 minutes. I didn't calculate talking. 8:47 a.m. for you. Where are you at? 7:45 in Texas too. 5:48 in Cali, and you're awake, Lewis. Early bird catches the worm. Am I the worm in that case? You still feel sleepy though. Yeah, as you should. 7:45 is not a time that I can function. Toronto. Oh. What are you guys doing up so early on a Saturday morning? Don't you guys usually sleep in? I love the lime zero Pepsi. Vanchi, 6:18 p.m. I think that's 48 p.m. because the minutes can't be different unless you're like actually from the past. I'm a millennial, your body just wakes up. So funny. That is so funny. I guess when you actually get older and older, you lose sleep time. It's my grandma. She wakes up at like 4 or 5. Wait, it's 8:48 a.m. where I am, and you just got off of work? Whoa. What kind of work do you do, Tione? Tyone? Sorry if I pronounced it wrong. Definitely some kind of night shift. Ah! 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 I have wet wipes. Need to wipe it fast though. 5:68, 5:50 a.m. here in LA. I mean, mad respect, mad respect. I don't know, even if I was a millennial and I had, like, you know, some more age on me as well, would I be that early in the morning? I doubt it. Two p.m. in France. That's why all the Europeans are like, awesome timing. Are Saturdays and Sundays respected at free days in Korea? I see sometimes that idols have schedules even then. Yeah, Saturdays and Sundays are, of course, it's like free days. But I think for the case, in the case of idols, it's a little bit different because they don't have like regular jobs, right? Like me too. Like I'm a freelancer. I work for myself. Though the only thing I did for the whole day today was work. So you might have noticed that there's a premiere scheduled in 2 hours. The next episode for KPC is uploaded. You could have watched the whole thing with early access on Patreon a week ago. Yeah, it's gonna be a fun episode. It's about dating apps, so. You're glad you can participate for once. Well, I'll give you extra attention. What's been the weather like in South Korea lately? Is it coming up for spring? Yeah. I mean, there's a word called 환절기. It means changing season? Season changing season? That doesn't sound right, but basically when it becomes winter to spring to summer, and yeah, the weather acts weird, and you know, you don't know what kind of clothes you have to wear. So people assume that it's already spring and they wear light, but it suddenly gets super cold during the day, so they end up getting colds and sick. I watched the episode, David. It was nice to see a Latina on there. Yes. Nalu. Old good friend. K-drama on Netflix. Part-time idol. Classified as a part-time job. Interesting concept. Speaking of Netflix, I recently started a K-drama and I'm liking it. It's really fun. I'll talk about it later, maybe, if I remember. We got a lot of topics to cover today, so I might even cut this like first 20 minutes for the viewers that are gonna join later. Hello, Steve. Gonna be tired all week because I'll be up super early all week to watch the Dodger games. The Seoul series. Otani just came to Korea with his wife. Create a whole buzz. Wondering about the weather in Seoul right now. I feel like I have to pack hot and cold outfits. I mean, this is why I always avoid traveling during the winter and cold, because you got so much luggage. But I feel like if you're visiting in 2 weeks, it's gonna get way warmer, and some days are gonna be cold. So the best plan would be just pack a lot of layers of clothes rather than like actual puff jackets and paddings. So a lot of like cardigans, maybe sweatshirts, what do you call it? Like ultra light Uniqlo padded vests, those kind of stuff. Very lightweight, but if you put on layers and layers, it gets warmer. So, yeah. Queen of Tears, yes. Banshee, yes. That is the drama I was talking about. It is so good so far. A lot of content review for today. 안녕하세요, Daisy. You're gonna visit in August. Welcome. You get a highlight because you used Korean. The weather has been changing so much, your energy bill went up to like 500? What? How can your energy bill be $500? This energy, like, you're talking about gas, electricity, everything? Like, still though, like, even if I combine all of mine, gas, water, electricity, everything, I think it would be max, like 200 max. Air conditioning, everything, yeah. I guess I just don't use energy a lot, but still, I think that the average household in Korea, would use, yeah, max 200. 200 is still a lot per month. Padres are in Korea, yes. Ha Sung Kim. Yeah, let me just use a little bit more wet wipes because my hands are a little greasy. Your electricity bill itself is 500? What are you doing? Are you like Bitcoin mining or something? That's crazy. No way. No freaking way electricity bills are 500 itself. Is that the cost of living in America? If so, like, I would never afford living there, honestly. That is crazy. Unbelievable. If energy comes from unrenewable sources, it becomes more expensive. Also, if it comes from imported sources. Yeah, that makes sense. But energy, like electricity are from like power plants and yeah. You wish you were joking. Oh my gosh. What are y'all doing? Move to Korea. That's crazy. That's literally the rent for this place. Oh, I turned yellow again. Whoosh. Whoosh. Turn white. Turn red. There we go. Your electricity bill is 25. Yeah, like, I mean, 25 sounds a little bit too cheap, but for me, I guess it's like around 50 or something. Most Americans can't afford to live here. Either the average American has 20K in credit card debt. Damn, that's crazy. That's really crazy. Okay, guys. So that was enough chat. I finished all my my dinner. Thanks for waiting and chatting with me. So. This camera's really, really bugging me today. I don't know what the cause is, but it's really bugging me. I'll just have to go with it. Yeah. Okay. Oh my god. Oh my god. I don't know what's wrong. Yeah, but anyways, it's the 25-minute mark. I'm just going to do like another intro so that the people who are rewatching this are going to feel like they're watching it from the beginning. I'll just cut off the 25 minutes from the initial. Well, yeah, I'll just cut off the 25 minutes for the rewatch version, and then yeah, I'll just start a whole new intro. And there are new people around here, so yeah, that's going to be helpful for them as well. Okay, so let's start. So 1, 2, 3. It's the I'll start at the 26-minute mark. Yes, and I turned yellow again. I'm just gonna ignore this now. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, guys, welcome to another KPC Live. It is March 16th. We're almost nearing the end of March. I wish you're all doing well. So in the beginning of this live, I will be promoting BIROSO.net for approximately like 10 minutes. So if you want to skip that part, go on. But we have amazing products, new products on the shelf I just want to brag about. So let's go see that for a while. And then after that, we have amazing news as well. We have a pile of news today. We're going to be talking about the viral song from BIBI BamYangGang. I actually bought one of the actual snacks so that I can try it with you guys. I'm gonna do a mukbang with you. After that, we'll talk about more issues in marriage and sustaining life in Korea. That's gonna be a regular topic for a while, I guess, with the population decrease and gender conflicts and everything. That, and I'm gonna be reviewing the movie called EXHUMA in English, but in Korean it's Pamyo, which stars Kim Go-eun, also Lee Do-hyun, who's like a rising star nowadays. I recently watched it. I never watch horror movies, for your info, but I had to watch it because it was going viral and I got like peer pressured. And amazingly, interestingly enough, I was pretty surprised. Yeah. It had a big impact. Yeah, so I'm gonna be reviewing it. I'm gonna be also talking about Ryu Jun Yeol and Han So-hee's dating rumors, but now confirmed rumors, and the tea behind it. There's some tea behind it. I think there's a debate we can actually talk about in regards to that topic. There's a little bit of a dogfight there between two women and the public now. Also, yeah, I'll talk about my recent Netflix favorite K-drama airing. So, yeah. Anyways, let's go on in. Yeah, let's visit BIROSO.net, which is my new website for. Here we go. It's my new website. For Korean goods, we have unique, authentic Korean goods. It's BIROSO.net, or you can click the link in the description box in the pinned comment below. We also have an Instagram account. It's BIROSO_KR. You can see all the latest products over here and some posts as well. Unique products, indeed. And recently, we've been focusing on outfits in fashion a lot. So as you can see over here, we have like bracelets worn by BTS, IU, K-pop stars, Queen, rings, and like nice little, limited edition Nike, Adidas outfits, Korean style memo pads and everything. So very unique items over here. We have very pretty Korean traditional 나전칠기 style AirPod cases. These are really, really unique and beautiful in my opinion. So go check them out. We have fast global shipping. Wow, these are really unique. And we've been adding like more trendy products to our shelf. So this is from IAB Studio with a collaboration with Carhartt. It's like a street brand. If you don't know about IAB Studio, we wrote a blog post about it here as well. This guy is a famous Korean hip-hop artist called Benzino, and he's one of my favorite rappers in Korea. I regularly don't follow like Korean hip-hop, but if I were to recommend a Korean hip hop artist, it would be this guy. It's called Benzino. He's called Benzino. He made like an art studio with his friends, and it's called IAB Studio. We wrote the whole thing about him. He started with like artworks, but now he's into like these apparel and outfits. So actually, if you go to like shop and if you go to fashion over here, we have a lot of his stuff in stock. You can see the IAB Studio t-shirts over here, the denim jackets, the collaboration with Obey, another street brand, really cute zip hoodies, and like even blue striped sweatshirts, shirts, hoodies over here, beanies. Yeah, we even have Gentle Monster sunglasses, shades worn by Blackpink's Jennie, and we have also Adidas Korean version shoes. Also, I curated this because I'm a big fan of GD. If you know GD, he has his own fashion lineup, right? So it's called Piece Minus One. We are officially selling his products here as well. It's the Piece Minus One Kwando, and the shirts, the black shirt, white shirt, his passport case. So really nice products. So if you want to check them out, it's all on our shop. Just go, you can just do eye shopping, browse away. There's like really nice handbags as well, rings worn by BTS Jungkook. It's not even that expensive, like $17 ring from Suga. This one is pretty expensive, $200. Wow. We have key straps. We have slippers from Seoul My Soul. Yeah, Seoul My Soul reusable bags, beanies, official merch from the Seoul government, and more and more. Like there's so much to explore here. We've got the beloved bucket hat Jungkook always wears, Hangul scarves. So this is only just like fashion here, but if you go to like let's say home, we have way more products like memo pads. We even have trays, diaries, soap, crystal soap over here. It's called sea glass soap. We have decoration objects, wind chimes, magnets, cards, playing cards, mechanic pencils. This is like on RM's table. He uses it as like a inspirational figure or whatever. Posters, everything. Yeah, so go check it out. Not only home, but we have like objects for kitchen, digital accessories, limited edition stuff. It's all like sorted here. These are from like the big brands. Yeah, so go check it out. It's really cool what we're doing, right? I'm taking pride in it. And we even sell books. So if you're wondering what kind of Korean books you might be interested in, it's we've curated them for you. These ones are in English. They've been translated by the best, and they've all gotten awards and stuff. So if you're interested, please check out biroso.net. We also have very unique blog posts as well. So if you go in here, the most recent one, as I said, was about IAB Studio, and then we posted something about like our traditional tableware and ramyun, these changsungs in front of like the traditional villages, New York's best Korean restaurant, all about tteokbokki, traditional makgeolli, and bojagi, which is like cloth, like wrapping cloth, #1 treasure of Korea, Sungnaemun Gate, Seoul's new color, all this kind of stuff. So very, very interesting and unique posts. So please do check it out. And if you check it out, if you sign up, you'll get an automated email with a link that is going to give you 15% off of all your purchases. So that means if you buy this, that, and all combined, it's like $1,000 hypothetically, then you'll get $150 off. That's a bargain sale. So get that discount for you, for yourself. There are a lot of amazing gifts you can give to fellow Korea lovers. So please go check it out. And that's it for the promotions. So okay, I think I'm about done with the promotions. Just go follow us on _KR on Instagram, and you'll see our latest products getting updated. Yeah, over here. So yeah. Anyways, thanks for listening to the advertisement and the sponsor of this show, self-sponsored. Yeah, and by the way, this stain over here is because I was eating a hamburger before this live stream, and then I just dropped the lettuce with this sauce on, and I just like vigorously, wiped it off with wet wipes. But anyways, yeah. M, thanks for the question. What is your favorite thing on the website? Well, I have a lot of favorite things, but I think the Peace Minus One products, which I personally want to own myself from G-Dragon, they're probably my favorite because I curated them. I pushed to put them on the shop. And yeah, we're trying to get more and more like limited edition products that you guys cannot normally get overseas, so that we can bridge the gap for you guys. Yeah, but yeah. And other than that, we have unique soju glasses, and I love the Bangja Yugi tableware, the spoons and the bowls and everything. So very aesthetic. It's better to make a big order one time. Yeah, if you want the most out of that 15% discount coupon, for sure. You want to get the Peace Minus One passport cover? That is indeed a very slick item. Yeah, I want it myself too, because my passport is like the old version, the Korean passport, renewed recently into like a very modern look. It's blue, but mine's like the old one, so I don't intend to go like to the immigration office again and do all the paperwork to get a newly issued passport. So in the meantime, I might as well just get that passport cover as well. But anyways, yeah. Good morning, Elaine. Thanks for joining. Yes. And now let's hop into the news. Yep. What shall we go with first? Okay, let's start with like the appetizers and go into the main dish a little bit later. So yeah, if you have any questions in between, leave them in the chat. If you have any super chats, send them away, and your super chat alerts will be up here. It would be more appreciated if you can send PayPal, and I'll be able to read it via my mobile phone. I'll shout out for you guys. Please check out Patreon if you want to support. The PayPal link is over here and in the description box. So without further ado, let's go on with the news. Yes. So the first news, the light ones, the salad, is about alcohol, of course. Korea, the land of alcohol, alcoholism, alcoholics. I'm not saying this in a bad way, okay? Like, I honestly, a lot of people frown upon Korea's aggressive alcohol culture, but I do think in a way it's a unique culture to the Korean society, and it's one way we describe ourselves, and ironically are proud of ourselves. I know there are problems, of course, but it's like iconic and symbolized on K-dramas, and a lot of people know us for that. So there are pros and cons of it. Definitely a double-edged sword. There are certain countries that are well known to be, enjoy alcohol culture, like Russia, like vodka, Korea, soju, and then I don't know where else, like Mexico maybe, yeah. But we gotta have like a global competition with the best drinkers in the world and compete once after all, yeah. Okay, so the first news is Hwayo, the first Korean soju brand to partner with world's 50 best restaurants. So this is a very big achievement. We know that soju is now exported worldwide. You can find it at H Mart, you can find it at your local supermarket, even if it's not Asian themed. I've actually went to some Targets or Walmarts, and they were actually selling soju in some one of the corners and shelves. But even in restaurants, like not even I guess like if you go to K-Town, it's a given. But maybe some restaurants they might have soju, but it's not that common. But excluding soju, I haven't seen like a wide variety of Korean alcohol getting exported, or being consumed in normal restaurants. But we're talking about the world's 50 best restaurants over here, and this brand called Hwayo has broken the barriers. Dandre, thank you for becoming a member. Welcome, welcome. So this is how Hwayo looks, and if you come to Korea, please try it out because it's like as it says here, it's a distilled liquor, and it's basically soju, but I would say it's a little bit more neat and a little bit more less chemical feel to it. Yeah, so it's kind of an expensive soju. Yeah, and on the 15th, it was selected as the official soju partner for the world's leading gourmet guide, World 50 Best Restaurant, and Asia's 50 Best Restaurant. It's the Oscars of the gastronomic world, bringing together world-famous chefs and gourmet experts. And since 2013, the event has been held every year in major Asian tourist cities like Singapore, Bangkok, Macau, and this year's award ceremony will be held in Seoul for the first time. Hooray, Seoul! So yeah, it's gonna be at the Parnas Hotel, which is right next to COEX. You know that like library thing everybody goes to, and so Hwayo is the first Korean soju brand to be selected as the official soju partner for the World 50 Best Restaurant, and Hwayo will be the first liquor company to receive the honor because this year is the first time that the World 50 Best Restaurant has selected a partner in the soju field since its opening in 2002. So it took 22 years for a soju brand to be recognized from this World 50 Best Restaurant. So an official explained, Hwayo is a liquor created with the aim of globalizing Korean food culture, and we decided to select it as an official soju partner because it is a brand that best reveals the value of true soju with Korea's identity. And I agree to that too, because of course we have a lot of well-known sojus, like the green bottle ones are obviously the most well-known, Jillo, Chamisul, what else? There are other types, but those ones are like the common but ordinary commoner soju, like the cheap ones. But Hwayo has like a more premium feel to it. So if you go to like a little bit more fancy restaurants, not like the street stalls or just the normal KBBQs you would visit in Hongdae or anything. If you go to a little bit more fine dining, like not up there, like it's not like a bougie thing or anything, but I guess it's like positioned in the middle. Yeah. So like there isn't such a thing called like premium soju. So I guess this would be the premium soju. But I just have to say it's way smoother than the green bottle soju. It pairs well with like Korean food, of course. I think even better with the normal soju, because for me that is like too chemically, like it gives you headaches and all, but this is like definitely more less pressure on your body. That's the feel I get whenever I drink Hwayo. So if you tried it out, I guess you would know the feel. But if you have a chance in Korea, of course, go for the green bottle soju and the trending ones. But if you want to taste like actual premium soju, then try out Hwayo as well. So it's not even that expensive. It's like $15 or something. Yeah. In the US, a bottle of normal soju would be $15. Yeah. So I remember there were rules like that. Some stores not selling liquor. In Korea? I don't know. If it's like a normal restaurant that has food that pairs with drinking, I would say they normally sell liquor, yeah. Okay. Asinet says soju is good, but to be honest, is weak in alcohol. It is it is weak considering like the degrees. Like soju is normally like around 18, 19 to 20, like around that range. But if you go to like vodka, whiskey, all that kind of stuff, that's over like 30, 40. Some like if you go to Chinese ones, like they go over like 50, 60. So it's weak, but that's the art of it. Like it's not like you pour a tiny bit into like a glass and then you sip, 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 sip over time. It's like you have a tiny glass, you order like 5 bottles in a row, you go rounds after rounds, and clink, 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 and it just stacks over time. And that's the beauty of it. So, like, afterwards, you're intoxicated, basically the same amount with like drinking a glass or two of whiskey or something, yeah, or vodka, I would say. So. Mm. Do you play the Monopoly Go game? No, I do not. What is that? Is that related to the soju thing? But yeah, congratulations on Hwayo for being the first soju brand. I'm really proud of it. Maybe next time with Anna, I might buy a piece and sip on it during the live stream. You can fund me via PayPal, Hwayo Fund over here, and I will try to get it. Yeah. And then let's go on to the next news, which is Battle of Birds. That sounds wrong, but okay. Korea's seasoned chicken triumphs over Japan's karaage. This is some good news. So Korea and Japan is an eternal rival because of our history. I guess Korea might be the only one that thinks like that, but nowadays I don't think so. Like I've seen some sentiment in Japan also, like being conscious about Korea, leveling up in all kinds of areas like Samsung, electronics, semiconductors, robotics, food, K-pop music, fashion, even cosmetics. So Japan is definitely one of the strong nations with culture and good technology, but Korea has been stepping up. No, can't deny it, right? It's the Korean era right now. Hallyu. So this is some good news that adds on top of it. Korea's seasoned chicken triumphs over Japan's karaage. Yeah, so this is the Korean chicken with the sauce, but we do have like the original, KFC style golden fried chicken as well, but it's done even better than KFC. So cooking YouTubers with 9 million subscribers chose Korea's seasoned chicken as the world's most delicious chicken dish. Would you agree with this? So some people might be questioning the authority of this 9 million subscriber YouTuber. Like who are they to choose? I guess like it's an indicator that a lot of foodies and food related people watch this channel, and this person has a popular opinion or like a respected opinion. So I guess there is some credibility. So a video titled "Which Country's Chicken Tastes the Best" was posted on the YouTube channel Joshua Weissman. I don't know who this guy is, but I gotta check him out now because he made Korea proud. So Joshua organized a list of chicken candidates from 12 countries, including Korea's seasoned chicken, US's Seoul. This is probably Cajun, but it's like wrongly translated, and Japan's karaage, and held a taste match in order of first, second, semifinals, and final. The judges were Joshua and 2 of his friends, and there were India, Thailand, Taiwan, Honduras, Dominican Republic, Italy, and Malaysia, Brazil chicken as well. And Korea advanced to the second round and matched with India, and at the end it was Korea's victory. Yeah, so at the end, result-wise, yeah, Korea's seasoned chicken beat Japan's karaage to win the unanimous vote of the judges. So this is the YouTube video. I have to check it out myself now. This is a nice thumbnail. Like, look at the world map with crispy chicken over here. But because of copyright strike, I won't be able to show you the whole thing. But this is like Indian chicken over here, chicken pakora. I've never heard. They're rating them with numbers, and we can see like other types of chicken over here. I saw the Thai chicken, Yeah, over here. And oh, this is like Malaysian probably. So Austria, Honduras. Wow, wow, so much types of chicken over here. And yeah, at the end we see Korea, Honduras. Yeah, we're strong. And final round, Korea, Yangnyeom chicken, and the karaage from Japan. Yes, and Korea wins. Woo! Okay. Lol, you already watched it, really? Must be favorite. He must be a very famous YouTuber. Mm. Joshua Weissman is a food YouTuber, I think. Oh, okay, okay. Korean chicken is so good, says Daisy. Yes, I'm really proud. I'm just bringing the patriotic news up front. You know, Hwayo becomes selected for the best 50 restaurant official soju, and now we have Korean chicken as the best type of chicken in the world. Yeah, I don't know why and how Korean chicken suddenly became so well known, but a good thing is a good thing. Yeah, so should celebrate. In Korea, personally, I think BBQ chicken is the GOAT. I just love the gold olive. It's called golden olive chicken. Yeah, because like the crust is like has a golden color, and it's fried with olive oil. So I honestly think that chicken tastes the best. It's like so crunchy, and when you take the first bite, you're like, this is heaven. Yeah, so BBQ is top one on my list. And then we have Gyeocheon chicken. It's very famous for its soy sauce chicken and also other sauces as well. The chicken itself, the pieces are very like small, so they're like bite size. It's really convenient to eat. The only downside of Gyeocheon chicken, well, along with other chickens as well, but is that it's extremely expensive. And considering the delivery fees, which are like $3 now, it's insane. Like you order a box of chicken and it's like $20. That's freaking insane. I don't know what's happened to the world now. But yeah, I'm sorry for the delivery workers, but I never order delivery. I just walk and take out myself to save those $3 because I am not spending $3 on delivery. That is just wild. And yeah, I guess like if you live in America or like places that are far away, you have to drive yourself, and the gas fees would exceed $3. Then it makes sense to get delivery. But for Korea, everything's like pretty squatted up together. So it's like walking. If it's like 5 minutes walking distance, like why not go for a walk with my dog, and pick up the chicken, come back. It doesn't get cold in the meantime. So yeah, I do that. But anyways, my top three chicken for Korea is definitely BBQ, Gyeocheon, and the last one would be. There's so much. It's like there's so many in par. But I would go. The safe bet would be BHC, but it's like not that different with BBQ, honestly. Like, yeah. If I had to pick something that had a signature, what kind of chicken is there? I don't know. There's a chicken from a place called 처갓집. Yeah, there's a place called 처갓집, and they have a thing called supreme chicken, and it's like yangnyeom based. It has like a red hot sauce on it, but also has like yellow and white like sizzled sauce on it as well. Not sizzled, but sprinkled sauce on it, and it's a very unique taste, and I used to eat it a lot in the military, and I just can't forget that. But I've heard from a lot of other people that they love the supreme chicken as well. So if you're in Korea, if you have the chance, try out these 3 chickens. You will not regret. If you want the safe bet, definitely go for BBQ, the golden olive chicken, just the standard chicken, but with better quality, crisp. Gyeocheon chicken, fan favorite, people's favorite. Soy sauce is the safe bet. Unique, but never fails, never disappoints. third one, it's mostly delivery. I don't think you'll be able to go like eat in the hall, but 처갓집 and supreme chicken. It's a very unique kind of chicken, but the sauce is just so good. So yeah, that was my I don't know, my enthusiastic talk about chicken. Yeah. Gyeocheon all the way, says Mara. Oh yeah, Gyeocheon. I guess BBQ and Gyeocheon are up there. It's always like switching back and forth between first and second. Yeah. They don't have the tipping culture in Korea. Nope. Nope. I hear ya, David. You gotta pay way more for delivery plus leave a tip. Oh my gosh. That is not it. Delivery fees and a tip? Damn. We got BBQ chicken in Chicago. Yes. I don't know if the quality control is gonna be the same as Korea. I hope it is. I hope it is, but yeah. Like BBQ chicken is now good. Well, now I want the supreme chicken. Yeah, you should try it out. Let me show you the visuals actually. Yeah, what am I doing with the internet over here? Supreme chicken. There we go. So this is how it looks. Yep. It's like this red sauce with the white and yellow things sprinkled on it. And the sauce is just so good. Like, I'm not kidding. And we always have these white radishes together. So you always need this. But the downside for this is, I would say, I don't know, like for me, I'm a weird person. I love chicken, but I can't eat more than like 3 pieces because I get kind of, I don't know how to express this in English, but the best way to explain it would be like bored. My mouth gets bored with the taste after 3 pieces. Yeah. And it just, my mouth just doesn't take more. But this is a really interesting and nice sauce, but it looks, yeah. Okay. So, yeah, since M says she is bored from the chicken talk, let's go on to the next subject, which is Nutella's Korea adventure from Seoul to Jeju. So I love Nutella too. Like, it's the best chocolate peanut butter. Is it peanut butter based? Like chocolate, what do you call it? Like sauce or chocolate jam? What is Nutella? It's just chocolate, right? It's spreadable chocolate. How do you explain it? But everyone here in Korea loves Nutella, but I was very intrigued because Nutella did a collaboration with the country itself, and it made like a limited edition, and you can see like these very pretty labels here. And this is like the Nutella Seoul version, you have the Nutella Jeju version, and other regions as well. So I don't know what it has to do with the chocolate itself. I just think they're trying to like, you know, piggyback off of Korea, I guess. Not piggyback, they're Nutella after all, they don't need to, but like they're just trying to localize and do something special with the market, I guess. And yeah, I think the labels themselves are pretty, and I don't think there's any special altercation in the taste or anything, but yeah, the regions were Seoul, Seosan, Namhae, Jeju, Gochang, Taebaek. So these are some random regions, but I guess there are some reasonings around it. Oh, so Nutella has introduced a range of Korean menus and recipes to enhance the enjoyment of Nutella, including traditional Korean desserts like hotdog and Jeju opened. Oh, this is interesting. This is interesting because, okay, if it was just the label itself and they didn't do any extra effort and they were just like, okay, this is regional, you know, special edition Nutella, then it would be like a lazy, you know, lousy kind of collaboration. But if they are actually introducing pairable Korean snacks to it, then I get like, okay, they're kind of justifying it in a way. Yeah, so now I want Nutella, says M. Chocolate hazelnut spread. Yes, that's a very hard way to put it. Hazelnut. Okay, okay. It's not chocolate itself, it's hazelnut. Okay. Well, Nutella is love. Like I see the comments like exploding here. Everybody's like, it's so good. That's so cool. I want one. Paste, yeah, spread. Okay. We also had something similar last year. Okay. Okay. Please put these on your website. Unfortunately, we cannot sell food because we need like the approval from the Korean FDA, if the equivalent of that. So like exporting food needs a certain license and stuff, so that's very hard to acquire, and we need to be specialized and have like the sanitary, licenses and whatever. So in the short term, we'll only be focusing on just accessories, goods, fashion, kitchenware, that kind of stuff. But yeah, as you can see, the news is brought to you by BIROSO itself. So we are making short news, trendy news as well, like the what's happening in Korea, what's special in Korea on BIROSO, the site itself. So you can go to blog and there's trend news. Of course, we don't have that much time to hand type all of them, so we're basically just getting the Korean news, translating them, and re-uploading them. But that's a form of curation itself, so I see its significance. So you can see more like trendy, viral news over here. So like the translations might be off here and there, but you get the gist of it, right? So yeah, these are just the ones for the trends and the traffic some people might stumble upon, but we have our own authentic type of news over here on the blogs. So these ones are hand checked. They are written by actual humans and our what do you call it? Our writer, yes. So go check these out. But anyways, yeah, croissant with Nutella filling is delicious. Oh, that sounds so good. That sounds so good. Can't you just send one to me and it can be your little secret? I guess, as long as the customs office doesn't pop it up and say, what is this? Yeah. Oh, speaking of chocolate though, I bought this from the convenience store because, I don't know, today I was just craving some kind of chocolate, so yeah, let me just have a bite. This is some big chocolate, right? How much is the price for chocolate in your country? Because chocolate is pretty expensive here. We don't have our own, we have our own local type of chocolate. It's called like Kana chocolate from Lotte or some other ones too, but they're kind of low quality compared to like Hershey's or foreign brands like Ferrero Rocher or the Milka or the good ones. But this one is like just a what do you call it? Like if you have Costco, it's like a Costco brand chocolate, like the low cost one. This one is only $1.3. Yeah, it's almost $1, but it's actually pretty big, right? So I'm like, chocolate's chocolate. Yeah, let's just buy the cheap one. I just want the sweetness. It depends on what chocolate you get. Yeah, I mean, as I am working for the Mr. Beast team, I always see the Feastable ads, and I got curious myself when I was visiting the States. So I bought Mr. Beast's new chocolate brand Feastables, and it was pretty good. It was pretty good, and I was surprised at the variety of the tastes. Like there were so many kind of tastes. So yeah. And he always like promotes it on his channel, like Hershey's or the worst chocolate out there. Try Feastables instead. He guarantees it's better. So I tried it out, and I'm not like a food expert or anything, but it was good. It was good. Yeah. So this chocolate is just chocolate. Chocolate is chocolate. That's my opinion. Like it could be a little bit better. It could be a little bit like dull, but still at the end, chocolate is chocolate. I'm just cheap. I'm satisfied with any kind of chocolate. The marked dark teal looks good on you. Thank you. What is the #1 chocolate brand in Korea? I think it would be Kana chocolate. Yeah, it's ironic that the Korean chocolate's name is Kana chocolate, but the African country Ghana. I think they actually get the beans, like the not the beans, but the cocoa from Ghana itself. Now I want chocolate, but I'll have some coffee instead. Well, this is a lot of sugar, for sure. But I need that sugar rush. I haven't seen the new Wonka film, no. Cacao prices are soaring, so chocolate will be more expensive. Really? Way to try Belgium and Swiss chocolate. Oh, yes. I know what you're talking about. Those are the expensive ones. And if you go to like export marts in Korea, if you can find them, they're pretty expensive, but yeah, I do taste like a more less artificial feel to them. Like it somehow, maybe it's just the package or my preconceived thought, but they do feel more like rich in flavor and less cheap. You love the literal names of products in Korea? Well, some people might be mad because you're literally putting a country's name on chocolate. It's like Paris baguette. Like that's a very famous patisserie, but it has nothing to do with France itself. Like the name has Paris and baguette, but it's Korean. So there's some outrageous stuff. Like the recent discovery that baffled me was there's this fashion brand called MLB, and it literally has the MLB licensing on it, like the Major League Baseball. And I just found out that's a Korean company. That's crazy. It might be, I guess they bought the licensing, but the way they made it like fashionable and stuff, yeah. So I would think nobody knows that that's like a Korean brand. Oh, we have Kinder chocolate there. Yes, here. Also, another thing that baffled me, that tricked me for 10 plus years, is that Outback Steakhouse was not Australian. It was American. Isn't that crazy? We're talking about the Outback. And there's literally like kangaroos, boomerangs, and the bread is called Bushman bread. But it's an American company. Yeah. New house. Heard of that. I think I've had it down the line. Godiva chocolate is really good too. Ferrero Rocher, yes. Hi David, we're in Korea right now. Have you been to No Brand Burger? Yeah, that's kind of similar to, actually, this might be No Brand itself. Oh, it's not No Brand, but it's similar to that. But No Brand Burger is like basically it's like Costco making its own burger. Yeah. Something like that, but it's cheaper. And not bad. Not bad. I mean, if you go to Lotteria or McDonald's or something, there might be differences in taste, but the quality is going to be pretty much the same. So No Brand Burger, it's the same case for that. Like, they don't do excessive marketing or wrapping or labeling or anything. They just focus on the product and making it efficient, cost efficient for the consumer, tear down the price a little bit, and satisfy the consumer. So that's a concept itself. And there are a whole like no brand potato chips, no brand water, no brand cola, no brand blah blah blah. And I think they all sell it in E-Mart. Yeah, I think it's a brand subsidiary from E-Mart. Yeah. MLB is a brand I know because of idols. Yeah, right? I was like, how the hell is MLB a Korean brand? Yeah, I mean, of course, the licensing is from the U.S. Baseball League itself, but still, how did they even pull that off? How did a league like the MLB give that much freedom to a Korean company to use their like teams and signature to make a fashion line? That's just crazy itself. Yeah, I'm just gonna eat this one row of chocolate and I'll let it go. Mmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I usually use a lot of energy when I'm live streaming, believe it or not. Talking 2 hours straight for an introvert like me is pretty hard. Oh, Reese's. Reese's is pretty nice too. I like the peanut butter, like cupcake ones. Sometimes, whenever I go down memory lane with my young self in America, I don't know why, but I always get Reese's from the convenience store. Yeah, Reese's peanut butter cups, yeah. But apparently, chocolate is like the worst of the worst that gets you obese. So, I usually didn't like chocolate, but as I grew older and stayed longer in front of the computer and stuff, and got stressed, I developed a preference in chocolate for some reason. I don't know why. I just usually like salty or spicy kind of stuff, but I was never a fan of sweet. But suddenly I became a fan of chocolate. Now I'm just like sprinkling all these chocolate bits on my hoodie. So, are dark chocolates better? I mean, they have like more cacao in it, but the taste itself is, I would say, whether there are people who like lattes and there are people who like espressos. And obviously espressos don't taste good, but they got that more effect in it, that impact in it. I guess it would be the similar analogy for milk chocolate versus dark chocolate. I've never been a fan of dark chocolate, yeah. Yeah, dark chocolate's good for you, from what I've heard. Less sugar, probably. Okay, since I'm done with my chocolate bar, let's go on to the next news. MZ generation tourists flock to Korea for K content. This is pretty true. This doesn't have to be published as an article because I've just been observing. Because I live on the line of the airport train, when I see the amount of tourists come here, by statistics they have exploded, but I'm seeing more and more like youngsters coming. Like back in the day, I saw like more people with like money, actual money. I would assume that, Korea wouldn't be top priority on your list to travel. Like if I had some money and if I were like European or whatever, I would first go to like places maybe within Europe or Japan or China, like Beijing or Southeast Asia, Bangkok, Australia. But in the old days, I just noticed like older people seem to visit Korea, and most of the young people were just exchange students. That was probably it. But nowadays I just feel it. Like the demographics are getting younger and younger, and I feel like more people in their even teens to 20s are just very lively on the airport train. They're all so thrilled. They're checking their maps and talking amongst themselves, like, oh, let's go eat this, let's go check out this, we need to shop tomorrow here, and all that stuff. It really vitalizes me to see that. And I guess this is definitely because of the soft power and the cultural reach of K content. Because of K dramas, K reality shows, K pop, uh, and just the whole Hallyu itself, like the reputation itself. Like people, even if they don't know about Korea that much, they're like, I've heard Korea is a pretty cool place. It's safe, it's clean, it's famous for K-pop. Even if I don't like it, I gotta see what the craze is about. Like we're hearing about K cosmetics and food, so yeah, that's really nice. A nice phenomenon. Scarlett, handsome, thank you. Yeah, so this is Jeonju Hanok Village. It's a really nice place. I think by bus from Seoul, it'll take you probably like 4 hours, 4 hours. A nice 4 hour drive. Not that much, but you could go by the day. But yeah, basically this article says that surge in popularity of K content such as K-pop, Korean cuisine, and cultural phenomena like K-dramas and movies has led to a notable shift in the demographics of foreign tourists visiting South Korea, influenced by global sensations like BTS, Blackpink, Parasite, Squid Game. Young people worldwide are increasingly drawn to Korean culture. This trend has prompted the government to focus on tourism policies targeting this demographic, although there's a growing need for initiatives that connect K content with local tourism beyond Seoul. That's true. That's true. And according to a recent survey by the Korean Culture Tourism Institute, a significant portion of foreign tourists cited encountering Korean wave content as a key factor in decision to visit Korea. Obviously, as I said, my assumptions were true. Rise of K-pop idols, popularity of experiences like learning K-pop dance reflect the shift. Yeah, I've seen a lot of people come and sign up for the one-day classes for 1 Million Studio. That's like the mecca of learning K-pop dances. Other than that, there are like one-day classes on just independent studios themselves, and you can just learn K-pop for a day. Yeah, and then there's definitely like Japaguri, Parasite, Dalgona, all these trends with the ramen, kimbap food, tteokbokki kind of stuff. Yeah, so definitely, yeah, as I said, like I've just been noticing with the naked eye myself, like on the train, you can just see the demographic shift. It was mostly Chinese, Japanese people. Nowadays, I see a way more diverse ethnicity group of people traveling, and it's become younger and younger over the years. And I wouldn't say like it's like something good, necessarily good, that the tourism demographics are growing younger. Honestly, if you think about it, like if you think about the the consumer power, it wouldn't be that good. But in terms of virality and spreading the word of mouth, like social media usage and like enlarging the pie itself, I guess the younger generation would have an advantage, and that would benefit Korea as a whole. So yeah, and we still have that already existing pool of tourists from like older generations. So yeah, I'm really happy that the younger people around the world love our culture and want to experience it, want to visit the motherland and see how it is. I guess yeah, a lot of people just uploading their vlogs and experiences of Korea on TikTok, Instagram. They're all to be thanked as well. I myself, as a cultural ambassador on YouTube, that's one of my goals too. Like to get people to watch my content about Korean culture or whatever kind of linked to Korea, and drag them to our country and show them how beautiful it is. So yeah. hmm K beauty is hot now. Like what isn't hot right now? Yeah. I think Korea's been good at exporting their culture. Even where I live, there are K beauty stores now, and there wasn't 5 years ago. Yeah, yeah. So when I went to, where was it? Was it LA? Yeah, last year or this year, I went to Little Tokyo, and of course it's Little Tokyo, so there's gonna be like, anime shops, cosplay shops, like Yu-Gi-Oh cards, Pokemon card places, and Japanese ramen places. But what was interesting was within Little Tokyo there were K-beauty stores, and there were within like the anime stores with anime posters, there were BTS posters. So I was like, this is a weird mix. Like, anime and BTS have nothing to do with each other, but I guess like the demographics show kind of overlapping interests, so the sellers are just like integrating them regardless of the cultural difference anyways. But yeah, it was nevertheless, like, whether while I was weirded out by the mix of it, while it felt out of place, I was still grateful that nevertheless, regardless, Korean cosmetics or cultural exports were getting some kind of recognition in those kind of places as well. So yeah. Slav, you had a last KPC episode on Patreon. When is the episode will be on the regular KPC YouTube channel? Thank you for asking. So yes, you can go see the early versions of the regular episodes of KPC on Patreon. Early access is only for $5, $10 for exclusive podcasts, which I share about my life and more topics about Korea. But yeah, the early access was uploaded a week ago. I give a good time frame, usually more than like 3 days of early access, because that's worth your money, right? For that. But the episode is actually going on air on premiere in an hour. I've scheduled it at 12 a.m. p.m. 12 a.m. So yeah, it's gonna be premiering in an hour. You can find the link on my site, my YouTube channel. Yeah, it should be there. I'm getting worried now because like I uploaded it when I was coming to the studio, and I scheduled it. Oh yeah, it is up there. Yeah, so there you go. So if you go to Korean Pizza Club, my YouTube channel, the one you're watching right now, you better be subscribed. Yes, this is the most recent video that will be premiering in an hour. So the title is Dating Apps in Korea Are Different. Be Pretty or Rich. Episode 28 with guests Sebomi, Nalu, and our good old Anna. And yeah, in 60 minutes it's going to be uploaded. And thank you, Dandre, for becoming a KPC member. Please leave a like over here. But yeah, that's the schedule for it. So I think I'll probably be ending this stream within 60 minutes and hop on over to the premiere and chat with you guys, because it's going to be a spicy one. Yes. Okay. Korea has done an amazing job of making themselves look really cool and desirable, and Korea is also seen as a really safe place to travel to. Yeah. I mean, as I've always said, Korea is not a perfect place, as all places in the world. There are always evil human beings. There are always assholes, and there are always sexist people, and all that kind of stuff. But like as M said, Korea has that talent of being proud of our own culture and maximalizing it and making it look shiny and presentable to the world and flashy, even though we have our own downsides. So that's called marketing. That's called marketing, and also marketing only works when the product is good too. So like I've been in advertising, and if you're giving like a dumbass, malfunctioning bad product that doesn't have a good reputation, doesn't work, it's like look like shit, no matter how good the marketing is, it doesn't work. So the core product itself has to have good quality, and the marketing has to support it as well. So those two factors elevated Korean culture to the global society as well. And I would say like the grit of individuals like Bong Joon-ho or BTS themselves have definitely put us on a global scale as well. And yeah, and it's Korea is definitely a really, really safe place. I have never, I mean, even as a Korean myself, maybe because this is my home ground, honestly, but yeah, even if I go to like other places in the world, sometimes there's always this feel that I can't put my guard down. Like, there's so many things I've heard. Um, yeah, maybe it's because I'm a foreigner over there, but even my foreigner friends who are living in Korea, they all feel like, they all say like, I've never feel frightened or threatened or afraid in Korea ever, and yeah, some people call it home, some people made family here, so yeah. hmm BLOK, as Korean culture gets more sorry about that. As Korean culture gets more popular day by day, do you still think about moving to the US? I don't think culture getting popular on a global scale has to do anything with my decision on moving to the US. It's not about the culture itself. Of course, I'm proud of Korean culture being, famous and loved over the world, and it's gonna make it an easier climate for Korean immigrants or people abroad who are Korean to assimilate to the local people, because there will be a more connection. There will be people who love K-pop, who like Korean food, and that just makes it a little bit more easier for you. But in my case, the reason I want to live in the U.S. is because it's with the premise that I have a family and a child, and it's mostly about education and the atmosphere and the society's atmosphere itself, because I still think Korea is a heavily competitive society, which there is a lot of comparing between each other, and there are certain goals and achievement points that you have to reach, or else you are framed as a loser or failure by your own family or by society, and it's extremely hard to live under that pressure. But what I felt when I was in the States, it was that, of course it's the land of capitalism, it's fierce competition in New York or some places like the megalopolis, whatever. But like in most of the places, I felt like it's pretty chill, and people just live their lives, mind their own business, don't look down upon, construction workers or Uber drivers or anybody. It's just like, yeah, everybody's just doing whatever they need to do to survive. They have their own family. At least on the surface, everyone sees each other as equal and have respect for each other, no matter what your profession or what kind of house, what kind of region you live in. But in Korea, there's an underlying, a subconscious competition always going around, like comparing yourself. And you do it to yourself as well. It's like, oh, I didn't graduate this kind of university. My salary is under this cap. I drive this kind of car. Oh, that person has a Louis Vuitton bag. I have a shit bag. Like, oh, this person goes dining in these restaurants, but I go to these places. And you constantly try to compare. And the news also like instigates that as well. And it's just so toxic. It wears your mind down, and I don't think it's good for kids. And of course for grades and stuff, like academies, I've seen in the news that the private academy or tuition fee per family has reached the all-time high. Yeah, so the government is always coming out saying like, we are going to weaken the private education sector and enforce, like strengthen the public education sector more and more, but that has failed. Yeah, and I don't want to put more stress on my kids, but also I don't want to waste all my money in like useless. I don't think it's valuable to put my kid into like $1,000 math academy every single day, and you know, not only math, like English, science, social studies, Taekwondo, Korean, English speaking, TOEFL, SAT, whatever. Like, go to like model UNs, do these kind of volunteer works, and all that for getting into Sky and going to Samsung. Yeah, that's kind of yeah, that's kind of sad, I would say. Anyways, well, I went on a rant with that question, but your question got noticed because you have a membership badge next to you. So if you want your comment to be highlighted and spoken about in depth, please join the membership. Any plans to visit Tokyo soon? I've been to Tokyo recently for a good amount of time, probably like 15 days or so, 16 days or something, so no plans. Yeah, but Tokyo's always a delightful place to go. It's like such a huge city, like you could literally die before exploring the whole city. Yeah. You should move to somewhere more relaxed and chill like Australia. Yeah, that's an option. That's an option. Mm-hmm. How much is the membership? I'm pretty sure it's $5 if I'm not wrong. Yeah. What state would you want to live in the U.S.? Well, I don't know what my options are. I'll have to do a lot of research, but somewhere definitely with a low living cost. I don't know if that's possible nowadays, but I prefer somewhere by the beach for sure with like tropical or warm weather. Yeah, I don't like New York. New York is it's pretty much the same with Seoul for me. Yeah, and like the infrastructure and the facilities are a little bit yuck too. Everything's too crowded and you can't even see the sun. Yeah, because of all the skyscrapers. But yeah, as Korean people and as Americans make fun of international people, like people when they see America, California, New York, over. But I heard Texas is pretty good. My friend is in Texas right now. I'd like to live in Texas. He says it's pretty chill over there. He always like plays golf and yeah. I heard the living cost, you know, it's pretty wild over there too, but yeah, it's because he works at the Samsung factory in their building. I think it's in Taylor City, which is located in it's not in Dallas. I think it's Houston, maybe. No, not Houston. What is Houston's not even Texas? Is this? I don't know. I've been too far from the States. Miami, Florida. I heard it's humid there, so I don't like humidity. Is it $5 for every month or a one-time purchase? It's $5 for every month, but you can choose to unsubscribe. Yeah. San Diego sounded, yeah, that was awesome. Oh, wow, where was that? That cove, the beach, where all the seals were. That was amazing. But I feel like I would get bored if I was in a place like San Diego. Yeah, there are pros and cons everywhere. At the end, you know, like Seoul is a nice place to live. I think Busan fits my vibe perfectly. Like the living costs and the beach and the right amount of cityness and clean, safe environment. You know, Busan is really nice. I would go live in Busan. Yeah. Okay, so let's go on to the next news. Okay, we got the big news, so I'm leaving that for the last. Uh-oh. Yeah, let's talk about this. A new equation in sharing costs of marriage. Oh no, boo-hoo. Another discouraging and disappointing and depressing news about marriage in Korea. Oh, look at this pretty couple over here. I hope they have a happy life. They're probably models anyways, but new equation. The word equation itself in sharing cost of marriage, that doesn't feel right, right? But let me see what they're talking about. So it says the groom provides the home and the bride furnishes it. Has been a long-standing custom in Korean marriages, but with evolving perspectives on gender roles and home prices virtually beyond reach for average Korean men of marrying age, the way couples manage the finances of their marriage is undergoing severe changes. Newlyweds, single men and single women interviewed by the Korea Herald generally envisioned an equal partnership founded on equal contributions, be it financially, in terms of their roles, or both. Yet in reality, men still pay more to cover the cost of marriage. Women say that they are willing to contribute more, but are often limited by practical reasons such as modest savings. Yes, so I guess it's a good direction, or maybe it's a sad direction, because hear me out. I'm not trying to say like men should pay more or that's how society is. I guess like with the consciousness and elevation of women's rights, and seeing everybody as equal, men or women, like it should be only fair that you contribute equally in both financial and role type of tasks and chores, household chores, in terms of like marriage, right? But as the article said, it's almost impossible to afford the house for the man himself nowadays. So that basically sums up that the economy and the earnings and inflation, all that kind of stuff taken into account, has made it impossible for the average person single-handedly to buy a house, like get a roof. And that is a big problem, right? And that's driving this kind of equal equation of sharing cost of marriage. Like without the help of the women's side, you can no longer afford a house. So I don't think this is like, in terms of like in the perspective of gender equality, it's good, but in terms of reality, if you speak economically, this is a bad signal. You know what I'm talking about, right? So yeah, I guess if we get into like household chores and roles, that should be equalized, I would say. Like, okay, if the man is the bread earner and he's the only one in the house going out to earn money and all, I guess there could be some balancing between like the chores and taking care of the baby and all that kind of stuff. But still, if nowadays, as the article said, it's almost impossible to maintain a household without both parties working. So in that case, even if there's a salary difference between the man and woman, I think in that case, the chores or taking care of the baby or cleaning or doing the dishes, laundry, all that kind of stuff should be evenly split. And it's also pretty sad that these things need to be discussed and sorted out before marriage, but that's how the atmosphere is nowadays. It's just, that's the norm. Like I've seen plenty of my friends, newlywed friends, discuss this and actually write it on paper before they get into marriage. It's not anything like a prenup, but it's like, when I go into marriage, I will take care of this, and you take care of that, and we cannot ignore our tasks. If one side decides to do so, then there should be some kind of compensation or blah blah blah, and it just feels loveless, right? Like in the old days, marriage was purely out of love, and there was like self-sacrifice, and you could do more for the other person out of love, right? But nowadays, because I guess it's just the whole society constraining us and like pressuring everybody, every individual, be it man or woman, to be very like frugal or very like individual, look out for themselves, survive. This kind of atmosphere is driving people into that kind of behavior, and I don't put blame on either side. It's just society as a whole. That's my opinion. And I don't think it's anything shameful to write those kind of contracts. But yeah, I don't know how to feel about this new headline, a new equation in sharing cost of marriage. I don't know if I should clap about it or feel depressed about it. Yeah. Love at first sight meeting on the wedding day. Nope. I don't. That's like a fairy tale now. Yep. So, I don't know. At the end, we need just people to get married more in general. The average marriage age is going up. The number of marriages are going down. The costs of getting married is going up. So everything's going in the worst direction ever. So yeah, and people who are getting married, they can't buy a house, so they need to like combine their life earnings to get a house, and they need to pay like interest and all that. So definitely not nice. Yeah. Okay, so yep. And then here's another depressing news. 68% of Korean adults living with parents won't move out until marriage. So there's a nice infographic over here, and the kid is dressed in a kangaroo because that's what you call these kind of people not moving out of their parents' houses. They're called kangaroos because, you know, kangaroos have the pouches, and the baby stays in there. So according to this survey, they asked Korean people, when would you move out from your parents' house? Not until marriage was 68%. And after a year would be 24%. Within a year was 4%, and 4% was no plan to move out. Wow, 68% is not until marriage. Look at this father. I don't know if this is an accurate kind of picture, because like normally I saw a lot of parents actually liking having their kids around at house. Like it's less lonely, they love their kids. I mean, if your kid is like unemployed and always playing games and munching on potato chips every single day at the house, then you could see this kind of picture of a father. But if you're just actively going to work every single day and just living a nice life, but you just simply can't afford a house, that's the reason you're still living with your parents, I think that's a valid reason. And I think this number just reflects it. Yeah. So, yeah, 196 individuals between 25 to 39 who are still living with their parents. 68% say they would not move out. Yeah. And to be honest, I am living with my grandma too, and basically with my mom that goes back and forth from Busan to Seoul to take care of my grandma time to time. And yeah, although I pay the rent, we are like in Jeonse, but we do have a small rent as well. Although I do take care of the rent, technically I am living with my grandma as well. And I tried to move out this year, but because of a line of events, that didn't happen. Because like my other grandma became in like a critical situation right now, and my family was like, let's not do any like big moves when a lot is happening in the family. So we just enlonged the lease for a year without extra charge. That's good. So I'm basically living off for free, but still, if you consider the interest, you know, if I would earn, if I put that money in the bank, that's still losing money basically to inflation. But anyways, yeah, I do think there are definitely advantages of living with your parents. And in Korea, I feel like people living alone in their office towels or one rooms, like from the age of 30 and above, I see a lot of friends actually being jealous of people that live with their parents, because what they say are, oh, you get to save so much money. I wish I could live with my parents, but they're in Busan or they're in Daegu, they're in not in this region, or they're like in Gyeonggi, but that's too far away from my work. So, in a sense, if your parents have a house in Seoul and you're able to live there, that's being blessed in this time and era. So it's totally logical to say for a non unmarried person in their 20s or 30s that I want to live with my parents. Yeah, I don't think there's any shame in it. What if they don't get married for eternity? I guess they could live with their parents. I don't know. Like, I don't think the parents would mind. Do you think so? I think as parents grow older and older, it's like a natural it's a natural phenomenon to feel lonely, right? And you would like more company. And if you have your child around, even if he's an adult or she's an adult, and you just see like the person just diligently working, I don't think that would be so much to like, yeah. I eat chips every day. Oh my god, I made it. First time watching the live stream live. Welcome, welcome. Please leave a like. I took time to think about that marriage rate in Korea. The shift comes with an example that inspire people. My parents are divorced and they're getting old too. I'm in my late 30s. Mom and I help each other. She doesn't want to live by herself. There are definitely reasons why we live together. Yeah, makes total sense. And yeah, not only like the financial things, but as the fake laughing man said, there are, you know, factors like loneliness or care for each other. Yeah. I think society should be more acceptable towards people living with their parents. Yeah. I think it's a good thing. If you can. Multi-generational living is a cultural thing too. It's no big deal in some places. Yeah. I mean, even in Korea, you would be kind of frowned upon if you're like 37 or 40 and still live with your parents. But nowadays, I don't know, people would maybe nod. They would be like, I get it. Yeah, that's totally doable, you know. Like, considering the rent over here, you're living the blessed life. Yeah. Like, you're saving $1,000 per month. I would live with my parents for eternity. Like, I can see those responses coming out, even if you're like 39, 8, and yeah. Especially if your parents' house is located in Seoul and it's like a nice ass house with an extra room with your own space, like, there's no reason not to. Yeah, if you're not married. Yeah, if you're married, then it becomes a different issue because among like a married couple, a newly wed couple, yeah, that's living with your parents. It's not it. My father-in-law, that's not it. Yeah. Hey Stash, hello. Hey David. All 4 of my kids moved out, but when they struggle, I still help them. Yeah, that's what parents do, right? Out of love. And it's lovely that you have 4 kids because I'm sure they might help each other out too. Like, I know a lot of people that have siblings and they don't have like the most dear or intimate kind of relationships between themselves, but still when shit hits the fan and things go south and one person needs some kind of aid, yeah, siblings and blood always, you know, delivers. So it's always good to have someone on your side that is blindly supporting you. Yeah, in my case, I'm like an only child, so I don't have anybody to lean on. And to be frank, my parents have like stopped financially supporting me for a while, so I've been doing everything on myself ever since I started earning. So from this point on, I don't think I have much to like depend on, like lean on. So I need to work hard. And my family isn't like that rich or anything. It's like a normal middle class family, and I know that it's hard for my parents too, because it's going to be harder for them to sustain even themselves even with my dad's pension and all in the future. They're barely going to make the cut with no earnings. I don't think they have that much like saved up as well. So normal family, that's how normal families live. So in order for them to at least have some kind of leisure and some kind of extra spending money, I have to be fully dependent on myself and fully functioning. Yeah. They all help each other all the time. I do miss them, but it's good that they are independent and try to cut it on their own. Yes, that's the spirit. That's how you should be. But always, it's a good feeling to know that, yeah, I have someone out there that I can lean on. Yeah. SOS. Yeah. And you might have noticed, random thing, but my backdrop has become more simpler because I'm just migrating all the things to the new studio. Yeah, it's getting furnished real quick, so you'll be seeing it in probably a week or two. I'm just a little frustrated because things aren't turning out as I expected, so I'm like, making adjustments here and there, but still not satisfied, so it's taking longer than I expected. Yeah. Okay, let's go to the next news. Since we only have 30 minutes to the actual premiere of the next KPC episode. Okay. Next news is Seoul Metro expands real-time translation at subway stations. I just brought this because this is extremely cool. Like, look at this. I don't know if this is it's actually in use right now, or is it just a render of like a mock-up picture, but it looks kind of real. I don't know. If this is real, it's pretty impressive. So they have like, kiosks and stuff which provide translations of, navigating around. But the thing you saw before, how do I flip back? Oh, yeah. This, like, you have a person-to-person conversation, but you have like this panel in between, and it translates real time into your English. That's pretty awesome, I would say. It's nothing like mind-blowing or anything. There definitely was the technology already, but they just did not implicate it in this kind of way. But yeah, I think this is a really groundbreaking service for tourists, because even though kiosks, apps, and Google all provide, good information, there are some people that are just not that digital friendly, and they just prefer to get exact directions from human beings. And yeah, this would be a really helpful thing. I don't know on like how responsive the technology would be, whether it's very fast or accurate or not, but I'm pretty sure they could it would handle like pretty basic, directions or stuff like that. So yeah, artificial intelligence based translations which allow foreign travelers and station staff to communicate in their respective languages while facing each other through a transparent OLED screen was unveiled at Myeongdong Station. Oh, so it's real. In December last year for a trial run. After the trial, Seoul Metro began to offer real-time translation services at 10 more stations starting in late February. Jongno Oga Station, on line number 1, City Hall Station, Hongik University Station. Oh, that's right over here. I might have to try it out and maybe make a reel out of it. Gyeongbokgung Station, Gangnam Station. So basically the populated areas. Gwanghwamun, Gimpo International Airport, Itaewon Station, Gongdeok Station. Oh, that's actually on my station as well. So yeah, this is pretty widespread now, and I'm pretty sure they are going to make more of these because the government loves spending tax. Yeah, but pretty good, pretty good. So much easier for you guys. So this is helpful information for those of you who are planning to visit Korea soon. So if you have any trouble navigating in the metro, just go up to these people and use this. Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, let's go right on to the next news. Some stupid news I just brought because I thought it was interesting. Apple prices rise to all-time high. 3 for 10,000 won, which is $8. One for one for 10,000 won, $8. That doesn't seem right. But yeah, 3 for $8,000. One is for like $4. How much is the price of an apple in your country? One apple here is $4. 3 is $8. I've never really bought fruits myself. Yeah, I'm not a big fruit eater, so I just get fruits whenever I can, like at buffets or at certain restaurants as sides, or yeah, I don't get out of my way to actually buy fruits and eat them. It's only during like traditional holidays or stuff like that. But is this expensive? There was one time I craved so much for fruits when I was traveling. Like, you know, there are some times when you crave so much for vegetables and fruits, you need that kind of fiber in your digestive system. But in Korea, there's plenty of supplements, and you know, you can actually have like fiber powder and packets, and I guess like if you want the vitamin C, those you can take from supplements too. If you want the natural supplement, if you want the natural substances, you have to consume it by fruits. But I'm not really a big fan of fruits. I'm not a person that can't live without fruits, and I'm always like interested in the responses of foreigners visiting Korea, complaining always about like fruits are so expensive here. You can never get fruits anywhere, and yeah, I'm like, well, I don't eat fruits that much. In France, it's 50 cents for one? What? That's crazy. So that means it's 8 times the price here. Whoa, that's crazy. It's $3 in the US for a kilo. What? A kilo of apples? What? That can't be right. A kilo of apples is $3, and here we have one apple for $4. A bag of apples is about 3 to 5. What? A bag of approximately 8 apples is $2 to $3 in the USA. What? And it's $4 per apple in Korea? $8 for 3? This is a scam. I mean, I guess Koreans don't eat fruits that much. As I said myself, I don't eat fruits on a daily basis. But that is just wild. What is the reasoning for this? That's crazy. Oh my god. Okay, so I'm glad that I brought this because this is a culture shock. Let's see the comments here. What are the comments saying? Oh, I can't see the comments. Okay, but anyways, I think we just have a lot of apples. Makes sense. I always feel that fruits are extremely cheap when you go to Southeast Asia, like the street stalls of Malaysia, Thailand. Yeah. Now I wish Anna would be here because even she mentioned this when she went back to London. Whoa. Come to the US and get some bag of apples. Grow your own fruit trees. Yeah, that could be actually money making. Hey, you're basically growing money on your trees. Yeah. Whoa, this is mind-blowing. Okay, that was a random news, but I'm glad I brought it. Okay, now let's go on to the important news. Yes. So first of all, the important news. Yeah, so this is BIBI over here. If you don't know her, she's not exactly like a K-pop singer or anything, but she is a Korean singer, and she does a wide variety of music. She's very popular, and she's become viral at like festivals for like her provocative and aggressive performances in the past. A lot of people love her music, and she recently came out with a song called BamYangGang, B-A-M, Yang, Yin and Yang Yang, and Gang, Gang Gang Gang. So it's BamYangGang, and it's a really good song. Like it's been living rent free in my head for weeks now. Like the the song itself is so sweet and addictive. Her voice is so smooth, and it's a very like light song that just cheers your day. Ironically, the lyrics themselves are about a breakup and how breakups can be bittersweet. You know, like they're bitter but they're sweet at the same. You know, it's about interpretation of the breakup itself, and that's why she titled it BamYangGang, the song BamYangGang, because Yanggeng, what I'm holding here, is the actual snack. So the black stick she is holding over there, it's what a yanggeng is, and I don't know what it's exactly made of, but BamYangGang in specific is made out of palm. So what is palm? Palm 영어로. Not night. Chestnuts. So it's made out of chestnuts, and of course there's like, you know, what's in it? I don't know what this is made of, but it's a Korean traditional snack. It has a lot of sugar in it, of course, because it's considered a candy. There's yeah, I don't know what's in it, but it's not usually like eaten a lot by young people. I think it's a favorite for maybe older people. I don't regularly eat this, but because of her song, I bought it today to do a mukbang with you guys. But have you heard the song BamYangGang? It's really good. I really recommend it to you guys. I'm pretty sure if you have been exposed to like the K charts, like Melon charts or something, and I think she even won on one of the music shows recently because her song's really good. So I want you guys to actually hear what her song is like. But last time I did that, my live stream got copy striked and I couldn't earn any revenue from it. So should I take the risk or not? Like I can maybe risk 5 seconds and you'll get the tune of it and you'll maybe feel, yeah, what the song is like. So I prepared a shorts of her, hoping that it's not going to make a copyright strike. Yes, her song is so good. Yeah, she won today. It's a cute song. I know, right? Her voice is so smooth. So let me turn it on for like 5 seconds so you just can get the feel of it. Okay, there you go. That was the 5 seconds for you. I don't know if you can like hear it or not, but anyways, go check it out. But it's going viral. Everybody's just humming to it. Everybody's in their feels with it about like romantic relationships. But anyways, because the song is literally titled BamYangGang, everybody's like buying these yanggangs. And I saw news that the sales of yanggangs went up exponentially, and the CEO or the owner of the company, who's like an old man, he came out and said like, I'm extremely thankful to BIBI for releasing a song like this and making it such a good song that like even the younger generation is buying this. So here it is. Let me do a quick mukbang of it. I had some chocolate before, so I don't know if I can handle this much sweet, but yeah. You had no idea it was a breakup song? It sounds so sweet and whimsical. Yeah. Just share the link. Oh, you just have to type BamYangGang, yeah, on YouTube. And people are describing her as the dark IU because she does a lot of dark songs as well. But her voice is so soothing and peaceful. And with this song BamYangGang, which has like this kind of feel to it, people are like, "Oh, she's the dark side of IU." So here we go. This is the Yangang. I know it doesn't look appetizing. Yeah, it looks literally like a plastic bar. But I'm sure there are versions made up of the, what do you call it, the chestnut. But this one is made by red beans. This is the most popular one. So there's the chestnut version, which is the BamYangGang, and this is the Yeonyangang. So this one is the most popular. And let me take a bite. I haven't had this in a while. And to be frank, the texture is kind of weird. You'll be weirded out once you eat this. But it's not that expensive. It's like the price of a chocolate, but I would reckon it's way more, if it is, it's way more healthier than a chocolate bar in a sense. That's made out of like red beans and chestnuts. But it just tastes like sweet red beans in a kind of paste that's kind of mushy, but it's not like chocolate or anything. It doesn't really like dissolve. You still have like those little bits of substances in your mouth. It's like jelly, but it's not that smooth. It's like in the middle. It's kind of like, yeah. I don't think you would ever like experience this kind of texture in Western food. I don't know what to compare it to, but very, very mushy. Yeah, it's kind of like yogurt, mashed potatoes, jelly, sand, kind of mixed together. Korea loves trends. Yeah, I know, right? Everybody got reminded of this snack that it existed. People know this snack for sure because they've probably had it once in their lives. I've had it too, but it's not like a everyday snack that you would go to like chocolate. And because of her song, everybody's just humming like and then BamYangGang. Everybody's like just singing to it and like Yangang. Oh, I kind of want to try a Yangang. I go to the convenience store and I bought this for the live stream at the convenience store, and there was like a whole pack of it, like $4 for 8, but this was like one for $1. Is the chestnut one better? I think it's pretty much the same. It's like a subtle difference, but if you like chestnut flavors, you could go for that. Red beans, red beans. But this one is the original, so I just brought this. Wow, you make it sound so good. Did I? Everyone's doing covers of it, like other singers, YouTube musicians, everyone is just hopping onto the Yangang craze. And we got some PayPals. Ida, thank you. Ida, thank you for the $10 pizza when I'm eating a Yangang. Pizza Yangang? Sounds like an idea. A Korean idea. All these weird companies making like weird collaborations between food. So pizza Yangang might be a thing. Ew. Kelly, thank you for the 50 USD. Pizza, pizza, pizza. And let me read your message. Go buy some apples. Can't wait to see the new studio. Thank you. So for $50, how many apples would that be? One person said $3 for a kilo. So that would be, oh my God, more than 10 kilos, like 12 kilos, approximately 12 kilos of apples with your PayPal. PayPal link here, over here, link in description. Super chats take cuts, so if you appreciate my stream, please go support. And super chat from Dana Fong Duan. Thank you for not for you to buy some apples, not pizzas. Thank you for the $10. That's 3 kilos of apples. Okay, I'll buy myself some apples, get some good vitamin and fiber into myself, healthy. But in the meantime, I have Yanggangs over here, so. 달디달 밤양갱 빰빰 빠밤 빰 빠밤 빰 빠밤 빰. And you know why I like it so much? I was like, this is a really nice song. It's really cute and it's really good to hear too, but there's something about it I like even more about it. I couldn't put my finger on what that was, but after I read, I dug into like the song itself. I learned that the producer and the writer of the lyrics of the song was Jang Gi-ha, and he's one of the most genius Korean singers out there. Like he has the most avant-garde style, most experimental style. I love his music. His lyrics are just crazy, out of this world, and he doesn't like conform to trends or anything. He's like he has just his own style. And if you hear some of his songs and get the catch of what his songs are like his singing techniques and all, and then return to BamYangGang, BIBI's song, and listen to it, his voice, you can just translate the singing into his voice. It's like, oh, that's why it felt so familiar. And no wonder it's such a good song. It was written by Jang Gi-ha. He's a genius. So I even made an essay about him on DKDK TV. So if you're curious about it, let me actually show you. This is my intellectual property, so I'm able to show you. Jang Gi-ha. One of his songs I like is 나랑 나랑은 나랑 나랑은. Yeah, this is the video essay I made. I'm sad that it didn't get a lot of views, but yeah, he's literally a musical genius. He floats on stage and stuff. He does weird shit, but he's literally, I don't know, one of my favorites. And he wrote the song for BIBI. So definitely go check out his music. The video performance of his title song, yeah. You watched it? Thank you, Duke of Bias. Thank you, K-Stosh. I knew it was you. Yeah. Are the prices on BIROSO USD? Yes, but you are probably able to convert it to your own. You should see her actor in The Worst of Evil. She's surprisingly so good. I've heard so many good reviews about her acting as well. She's multi-talented. Yeah. Okay, that was the mukbang for the Yanggang. Oh my god, I need some water. I need some liquid now. Like my palates are just screaming for some kind of neutralizer. But I'll have to hold on for an extra 10 to 15 more minutes. But yeah, that was BIBI's Yanggang song. So BamYangGang, go check it out. If you're in Korea, try to go to the convenience store and look for the Yanggangs as well. The one I showed you and threw away. It's gonna be in the chocolate corner or the candy, like gummy bear or those kind of places. Like it's a little bar. Hard to miss. Yeah, 3 letters on it, Korean letters. Very traditional style packaging. Anyways, yeah, you could do like maybe a challenge on TikTok or Reels. Oh, I heard TikTok's maybe getting banned in the US. Hooray! Just kidding. I've been predicting this for years. It's not that easy, guys. Like if you just understand global politics, geopolitics. Yeah. There's YouTube, Meta, Instagram. America has to be the center of the world. They need that power, and social media, they can't take the risk of, TikTok, a Chinese platform, overriding. Jane Lung, thank you for the $10. Great job, David. Come again to LA. Please eat more fruit. Thank you so much. It was a PayPal donation. Thank you, thank you. Everybody's sending me money to eat fruit. That is so funny. Maybe I should do some fruit mukbangs then. So I'll get so many like donations. Yeah. TikTok is ruining us. I want it gone. I want it gone too. Like honestly, it's a social evil at this point, like it's making so many children develop ADHD symptoms, like their attention spans are shortening, can't focus on anything, stimulation and sensational content, dumbed down content. It's not it. Yeah. How many of the Peace Minus One passport covers do you have in stock? Because I'm planning to get one for your 23rd birthday. Oh, we have plenty in stock. So yeah, if your birthday is on the 23rd, then might as well order it early because the shipping is going to take, I don't know, because it's like a limited item. We need to get it from the market as well. So it's going to take a while. Yeah. But anyways, let's go to the next news. This is probably going to be the last news before I talk about Han So-hee and Ryu Jun Yeol's dating thing. But yeah, this is about the movie Pamyo, which is called EXHUMA in English. So the title of this article is "What will be the best hit movie in Korea in March 2024?" And so far, I think a strong candidate is this movie called EXHUMA. Yes, they have an amazing lineup of actors. So Choi Min-sik, which is like a household name, like he is the GOAT of Korean actors. And there's Kim Go-eun. You guys all know her from a lot of K-dramas, from The King, from Dokkaebi. She's the lead in there. And you have Yoo Hae-jin. He's always like the comedic relief in the dramas and movies. And Lee Do-hyun, he's like the rising star from, what was it, The Glory and all of the other, dramas. A lot of people sometimes say I look kind of like him. But anyways, the movie EXHUMA has been, I don't know if this is pronounced right. EXHUMA probably. It's like exorcist. It's kind of like exorcising some kind of evil thing. So EXHUMA has been at the top of the box office for 22 consecutive days, cruising to surpass 10 million, according to the Korea Film Council's integrated computer network for movie theater tickets. On the 15th, EXHUMA maintained its number 1 position, and it gets like these many views, this many views, yeah, blah blah blah, and yeah, EXHUMA is an occult mystery film about bizarre incidents taking place with feng shui, undertakers, and shamans who move suspicious mausoleums for a large amount of money. So the subject itself is very intriguing. And when I first saw the trailer, I was like, nah, hard pass, because I am a chicken. Like, I can never watch horror movies. The last horror movie I watched left me traumatized for life, and then ever since I like watched that movie for 2 weeks, I couldn't turn off the lights at my house before I slept. I slept with my lights on. Yeah. But anyways, I just had to watch this because I was hearing so many good reviews, and nowadays everything's just on like Netflix and the OTT platforms in about like 6 months. So I'm like, you know what's the advantage of going to the movie theaters and paying like $20 plus popcorn's like 20, 25, spending all that just to get the same movies released on Netflix after 6 months. So I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna watch it. But there were so many people saying that it was so good, and despite having Dune 2 being screened right now, like it's on screen. Pamyo, this movie is actually getting so many good reviews compared to Dune, and I was like, okay, I need to see what the hype is about, even though it might be scary. Like I, as a content creator myself and a lover of Korean movies, I need to see if this is going to be like the next Parasite or something, because people are saying like so many good things about it. And if you see more images about it. Yeah, like they're basically like people who dig up graves. And before I get into like the spoiler territory, I'll give you like the basic um, storyline. So there's a thing called feng shui. It's from China, and of course it transmitted to Korea as well. And feng shui is basically there's a certain piece of land or location that is lucky or brings good energy in like Eastern philosophy. And the standard of feng shui, like the out of the limited knowledge I know, is basically you have to have a mountain behind you, you have to have some kind of water, stream, or river in front of you, and if there's land in the middle, that is called like a blessed or lucky or good energy kind of land. So a lot of feng shui experts in the past, like even our palace, if you visit Seoul, like the Gyeongbok Palace, if you notice behind it, there's like a massive mountain. And right in front of it, there is like a Cheonggyecheon, that's like the stream. Or if you extend a little bit more, there is a whole Han River that just goes through all of Seoul. So it's exactly located in the architecture of feng shui. And this does not apply only in palaces or houses. It applies for graves as well. And in Korea, rich people, especially like chaebols or royal families, or I don't know, like rich people in general, nobles, believed in this so much that they applied this to their funerals and their graves. So there were feng shui masters that were like trying to excavate and discover good spots for these graves, you know? Like people wanted to have good luck even in their afterlife. And because like you know how during Chuseok and Seollal, Korean people bow down to their ancestors in the like in front of their, you know, graves and stuff. That means like Korean people traditionally believe that there's some kind of energy that's driven by their ancestors that go through the family and brings good luck or bad luck, that kind of stuff. So you need to respect your deceased ancestors, and that's why feng shui is so important. The location of the grave is so important. So that's the premise of the whole thing, and the story unfolds as like this rich family hires the feng shui master of Korea. And this guy knows every spot in Korea. He's been in this business for like over 30, 40 years. He's done every single funeral for all the rich families. And he's like, you may believe in science, you may believe in, you know, superstition, you may believe in whatever. You may call this bullshit, but one thing I know is that the richest people of Korea all believe in this shit, even though it's superstition or not. I don't care if you believe it or not. It's money, it's good money, and there's actual some kind of basis to it. So he justifies himself like that. And then, yeah, he gets this massive client, and the client's offering him a lot of money to relocate this grave because this client he has tried every kind of modern science technique to get rid of this bad luck that is happening within his family. So his family is going through a chain of bad luck incidents. Like the kid is getting sick, his grandfather's getting like Alzheimer's and weird hallucinations. He himself is hearing weird stuff. So he's like, there has to be something behind this, and he he calls these exorcists, um, which are like shamans in Korean. We still have shamans, and the shamans say, okay, this problem is definitely because your ancestor is buried in a wrong place, which bad with bad energy. So the exorcists, the shamans collaborate with the feng shui master and go to the location where the ancestors are, um, buried. And then the master is like, oh, we need to stop this immediately. I've never seen such a bad spot in my life. This is, this could cripple our whole careers. This could, blow back into us with the bad energy. And now this is like the spoiler territory. So I won't, if you don't want to hear anything about it, mute your live streams right now. But they basically dig up the grave, and of course there is extremely ominous signs that come out from it. They try to burn the coffin, and the coffin's enormous. It's chained up, and the master and the shamans all oppose on going further on any of these rituals. But the client's very he's very aggressive. He's very like, we should push this through because like our families, everyone's getting killed and everyone's getting diseased. So they go on, they push on with no option, and then of course some kind of spiritual figures, like ominous figures, occur, and then like the shamans try to like exorcise it, and the feng shui master tries to figure out like a way how to like exterminate it. And yeah, it's very intense, it's very horror, and I feel like the suspense was very built very well. My my review after watching it was, it's a very well made Korean traditional type of shamanism, exorcism kind of theme of movie, and that's very rare. So I really give good points on like bringing the Korean traditional theme of shamanism and exorcism and making it like into a well-made horror film, which I've never seen before. So I give base points for that. And the acting is just top notch because you cannot get disappointed with these actors, Like all of these actors are just well known. They're quality actors. The music, the atmosphere, everything is just immense. Yeah, so I definitely recommend watching it. But there's one downside, and I definitely want you to block your ears because this is a major, major, major spoiler, okay? This is a major spoiler, so definitely mute this section if you don't want any spoilers. But okay, I understand that you cannot change the script because I think this was originally like a novel or a webtoon or whatever. But I really like the fact that the factor I liked the most about this movie was it dug deep into like Korean shamanism and exorcism and so many traditional stuff about it. It might be so exotic for the foreign eye, and I definitely see this winning some awards in like the Cannes film festivals or something. But when the evil spirit is revealed, spoiler, spoiler, spoiler. If you don't care about it, if you don't want to, if you're gonna watch this with spoilers anyways, you can hear this. But when the evil spirit is revealed, it's a Japanese spirit, and it doesn't even look like a ghost. It at first it looks like a supernatural thing, but it turns out to be like some kind of zombie, and the zombie was the big turn-off moment, to be honest. Like, okay, if it was a supernatural, spiritual thing until the end, that would have been okay. But it looked like a zombie, and zombies aren't that like horrific to me personally. So I was like, okay, it's a zombie, yeah, and you could physically fight it and stuff. So I was like, yeah. But the fact about it being Japanese deriven, like, okay, I understand. Like, it intertwines the historic past between us. Like, it goes back to the colonial era where Japan occupied Korea and they like buried a lot of their Japanese warriors here with the objective of conquering the land. Like taking over the nation's spirit and energy. Like Japan did a lot of weird shit back then. They tried to change our names. They banned us from using Korean. They used all the feng shui masters they had to like cut our energy, geographically. So it all ties to that. So okay, that's that's okay. That's okay. I think that's very clever, plot line and a subject itself. But if it was just pure, pure, pure Korean until the end, like not adopting a Japanese, so the ghouls or the zombies that appear are very Japanese based. So they are from the Japanese folklore and like the Japanese culture. So I was like, okay, everything was good until I get that it's like inevitably they have to be Japanese ghosts, but if everything was just Korean, that would have been awesome. But they had to bring Japanese samurais, they had to bring like Japanese snakes, Japanese foxes, and all that kind of stuff. And I was like, okay, yeah, Korean exorcising Japanese ghouls, okay, that's nice, but you know, Like that's piggybacking off a little bit piggybacking off of Japanese ghost culture and stuff like that. So I get like it's a combination. It's like a fusion. Some people might see it's even better because like it's intertwining the two cultures and the historic past. But I was like, yeah, okay, this is a little bit of a minus for me. That's just my personal opinion. But nevertheless, it was very entertaining, and it's very like, you know, it you get a lot of jump scares, definitely for sure, and like the whole atmosphere is so grotesque and uncanny and weird. Like all these tattoos and the rituals you do, like the Korean shamanism, it's like so exotic. Like even Koreans don't understand what's going on, but they get basically the mood of what's happening. So the ceremonies. And yeah, so I definitely recommend this piece for you. I think it's going to win some awards. Yeah, it's getting really popular among the public, very viral. Um, yeah, so if you can check it out, if you have a way to watch it, I definitely recommend it. It's gonna give you the chills. Yeah, but it's not that scary. It's not that scary. Yeah, even I could handle it. I didn't have any like aftermaths after it, so yeah. Anyways, that's it. The regular episode for KPC might have started, so there's two live streams going on this channel. But let me just wrap this live stream up with the Hansoi news. So, yeah, So Hee, Ryu Jun Yeol. So, this is the news. They're dating. It's official. They admitted to date, and the tea is okay. I'll give you the timeline. So, Hedy from Girls' Day. You all know Hedy, right? Hedy, Ryu Jun Yeol. They were the couple of Korea. They used to date for like I don't know 6 to 7 years together. So people were like, oh, they're such a nice couple. They appeared in the drama together and they became real life couples. So people were rooting for them so much. But they recently broke up. And then Ryu Jun Yeol, he's like an avid photographer himself. So he does like independent photography. And there were rumors of him, excluding like pictures related to Hedy at his photography, like, showcasing and stuff like that. But then Han So-hee appeared to the showcase, and she took like selfies with some pictures and stuff, and then rumors started to sprout up from there, but nothing was confirmed until some people said that they were spotted in Hawaii together. Like Ryu Jun Yeol was doing something in Hawaii, and people said like Han So-hee was in Hawaii as well, and they started linking them, and then a news outlet came out saying like, oh, they might be dating, and then everybody was like, oh, crazy, because okay, this is the thing. Ryu Jun Yeol is conventionally not a very handsome figure in Korean beauty standards. Like, so they were like, why does a girl like Han So-hee, who is like the top of the top right now in terms of like trend and brand power, like she was in Gyeongsong Creature, she was in what was that, like, woman fighting drama, Netflix drama. She is at the top right now. Why would she want to date him? I know. It's not me. Like that's the public's consensus. They're like, what is so special about this guy that these wonderful, brilliant, attractive women are falling for? So that was the first shock factor. And the second one was after these two, Hedy and Ryu Jun Yeol, broke up, like I guess people thought it was like too much of a short term before he started dating Han So-hee. So apparently, if you collect all the data, there was a 3-month window when Ryu Jun Yeol started dating Han So-hee. And people are like, after a 7-year relationship, you really transit to another girl in 3 months? That's not it. That is iffy. And then even for Han So-hee, people were like, why did you have to snatch a guy that just got out of a relationship? That's low too. So people started judging them. I'm not for any of this. Like, okay, people have personal, it's like relativity in time. Like, some people take longer times to forget. Some people like to just move on as long as you just cleanly cut the relationship. I'm like, okay, after a month or whatever. I do think like there's some kind of like mourning period or ethical, like amount of period that you respect the other person and try to like focus on yourself for a while. 3 months might be a little too short, but okay, anyways. I don't want to judge about that. But the tea is, once this news hit the public, Hetty here, the ex, posted on her Instagram story with like some palm trees, like implying that it's Hawaii, with the phrase, "Oh, this is fun." Like she was like ironically, sarcastically saying like, "This is fun." Like, "Oh, it's so fun to see how things are unraveling right now." So she was like salty, you know. And then Ryu Jun Yeol wasn't saying anything, and Han So Hee replied after an hour in her Instagram story, saying like, "I'm not that kind of girl who snatches other guys. I never disrespect other people's relationships. I don't want to get in other people's mess. Like I like watching Transit Love, which is a big Korean dating program where like exes come together and date other exes with each other. I like that program, but I'm not that kind of person. It's against my morals." And then at the last line, she added the phrase, "I also think this is very fun." Like I also think th- how things are unraveling are very funny right now. So it was a direct citation from Harry's Instagram story, and people were like, "Oh shit, she took a blow. She hit Harry back with her own phrase. Like she's being salty and she's being, sarcastic too." So that people interpret it as like a fight towards Harry. And like some people were on Harry's side, some people were on Han So-hee's side. A lot of people were saying like, it was kind of immature for Han So-hee to like bring that what Harry said and try to make fun of it or not. Like I don't know the intention of the lining itself. When I saw it, I thought it was very neutral. I thought she was just, she saw Harry's thing and she wanted to prove her innocence as well, that she didn't do anything wrong, and she just wittily, like out of wittiness, she tried to like, say, I think this situation is funny too. You could see it in a neutral term, That's how I received it. But apparently the public like to like, go into the psyche of these celebrities and think, like assume what they're thinking. And they assumed that she was putting up a fight with Hedy. And that became a whole thing. And people on Han So-hee's side were like, "Oh well, then Hedy shouldn't have started this whole mess when things were unconfirmed back then. Like nothing was confirmed. Like the couple did not admit their relationship, and Hedy was the first one to put up a story saying like, 'Oh, this whole thing is so funny.'" So people were like, Hedy shouldn't have been like responding in a salty way to this unconfirmed news in the first place. So like people were fighting over that, and then later words, the company and Han So-hee came out with their own responses and admitted that they are actually in a relationship, and then people actually sided more towards Hedy, and Han So-hee is getting a lot of shit right now. And Ryu Jun Yeol is getting a lot of shit too because like he's way older than Han So-hee, and people are like, "Oh, you should have manned up and put your response out first. Why are you letting these two girls fight over you while you're just keeping the silence, like not doing anything?" So yeah, this is how it all unfolded, and honestly, it's just like celebrity tea. Like I don't know why people are so fixated on some other people's relationship. Like if you don't have the full context and information, don't be judgmental. That's my rule. Um, there's just so limited information. We don't know what's going behind the scenes, whether Yu Jun-yeol actually like you know was meeting Han So-hee before he broke up or whatever. People are even assuming that, like they're saying, "Oh, it was too short to create a relationship." Relationships can spark over like a day, to be honest. And yeah, so I don't know. I don't want to side on anybody's side. I just think like this is just being consumed as entertainment for the public. Like people are just excited. They're watching this as like a reality dating show, and people like that should be ashamed, to be honest. Like get better things in your life, chase better things in your life than celebrities gossip about dating. Yeah, I know it can be like interesting news. Like, wow, like I never expected those two to be a couple. But then just go on with your day. Don't like, actively, like, oh, she probably is like, that kind of stuff. Yeah. Yeah. So that's basically it for the tea. Hmm. And Hansoy is getting a lot of more criticism because recently she was at Paris Fashion Week and a lot of people suspected her allegedly of taking drugs because of her makeup style and the way she acted there. People were like, "Oh, she's definitely high" or something like that, and that she's like immoral. She thinks she's so cool. That's because her fans think she's so like feminist and strong and cool, that kind of stuff. Like it's gotten into her head and blah blah blah. So there's a lot of antis of Hansoi right now too, and the timing's not good. And yeah, on the side note, people are like Karina and the EJ that guy that kind of got buried from this news. So they're like, okay, this is the new thing. Karina is now saved by yeah, but yeah. Anyways, that's it. That's it for the tea. I hope I wrapped it up well for you guys who don't have time to follow up all with it. I did research because of content, for the sake of content. I don't give a f about this kind of stuff, honestly. Yeah. Yep. Ain't no business. Ain't yo business. Yeah. So, yeah, a lot of people I've seen even like sexually harassing the Ryu Jun Yeol a lot. People sexually harassing him a lot too. Like they're like, oh, the only reason these two attractive girls would meet this guy, there's only one such reason, and his face kind of shows it. You can probably deduce what I'm talking about, but like so many comments like that, and I think that's just very inappropriate and very disrespectful for the guy. And he's a great actor, honestly. And like a guy that does photography, that's pretty sexy. Like he has charisma, he's a great actor, he does photography. I don't know how sexier you want the guy to be. So, yeah. So that's it. And what else I was talking? Oh, so there's another Netflix drama. I tried, right? It's with Kim Soo Hyun and Kim Ji Won. It's this drama. I don't know what it is in English. The Queen of Tears. It's translated like that, but it's really good. I tried it and surprisingly it's really good. It's this guy who did a he was initially in love with her, but he didn't know she was like one of the richest people in Korea, and he fell in love with her and they got married out of love, but then he got miserable because he's not a fit for the family. He's just a commoner and he got hated by the whole family because he's not fit for the family. Like that's how Korean like rich families are. And then their marriage started to fall off, and their love faded out, and they basically hate each other now. He was preparing for a divorce, but he finds out that she has like a terminal illness now that her lifespan is only like 3 months. She only has a 3 month window for like before she dies, and then he hides the fact that he wanted to get a divorce, and now he changes his direction into like, okay, since I only have 3 months, I only have to hold on for 3 months before she dies. It's better than getting a divorce for my social reputation, which is pretty trashy. And then he's like, okay, in the time being, like she has a bunch of money, which she already promised not to give anyone, not to, in her will, she stated she's not going to inherit her money to anybody. But he's now like, you know what? We had true love in the past. Why not? I take my chance with these 3 months and try to impress her as much as I can with, like with love. Just bombing her with love bombing her. And then it's so funny, like because he's doing that out of a different motive. Like he's trying to impress her and be nice to her because he knows she's going to die and he's trying to inherit her money and get the company and stuff like that. But then she actually falls for it, and she in the beginning she's suspicious, of course, like, oh, this guy's just trying to win my, you know, win my money and stuff. But then, like, there's an event that she feels his sincereness, and that also is a misinterpretation as well. So it's so funny. And she's like, okay, for the sake of you, I'm gonna try my best to win over this illness. I'm going to live. I'm not going to, you know, lose to this disease and my family. I will do the best for you. And that's the exact opposite of what he wants. And it's just so funny. The while the motive in the beginning is so trashy and like he's human trash, how the narrative just develops is just so funny. And like, you know, I can just see them falling into actual love and them actually feeling so bad for each other in the latter part of the drama, because like he'll feel guilt that he had this kind of motive, and now he feels true love, and now that she only has like actually 2 months or 1 month left, you know, I can already see how the plot goes. But the setting itself is just so interesting, and how it unfolds, like the whole misinterpretations and stuff, like misunderstandings. That's so funny. So Queen of Tears, yes, Queen of Tears. It's rom-com. Yeah. Yeah, I'm liking this drama so far too. Yes. Forever Jessica. Yeah, it's on Netflix. I think there's only 2 episodes. I watched it on TV over lunch and I was like hooked. So I used to like Kim Soo Hyun a lot. I love his dramas, pretty much all of them. But this one, it did not disappoint as well. So I'm even considering buying stocks of the drama production for this company, because like I think this is going to be a global hit for sure. Like the plot is strong, the acting is strong, it's funny, and it shows like Korean like high rich family society and the snobbiness and like the trash. So all the elements are there. I think this is going to be a global hit. So I am looking into buying stocks for this. So yeah, I'm spreading the word now. What's the drama name? It's called Queen of Tears. Yes. Yeah, they'll definitely end up loving each other at the end. Definitely. Now there's like this new competitor in the picture, and he's like this rich ass dude who has connections to like Middle East oil money and stuff, and he was like the female protagonist ex lover, and he's now in the picture, and he actually loves this girl. He has a crush on him, while the husband is going just for the money, but they are competing now out of jealousy and like weird feelings. So it's just a whole mess, but it's so funny. It's so funny. Yeah. Kim Soo-hyun is good at choosing dramas, and his chemistry of every actress is really appealing, and it's so cool. Yes, I agree. I agree. Anyways, yeah, that was it for today's stream, and the premiere should be on right now. Korean Pizza Club. Yes, it is premiering right now. 106 people are watching this stream while they are not watching my actual live stream. This is so weird. So, yeah, that is so weird. But anyways, I'm happy with either. You know, like whichever stream you're watching, I'm happy with whichever. So go watch this as well. You can directly hop on to that stream. I won't say anything if you leave this one, but before you go, please leave a like, please leave a comment. If you want to support me, please check out Patreon, or you can send directly to PayPal. It really helps me. And yeah, please leave a like and comment on the currently premiering episode as well. And it was nice chatting with you guys on a Saturday.